On today's episode, we put the 1997 science fiction action film, The Fifth Element, to the ultimate test, the nostalgia test.
Earth, fire, wind, water, multipass.
Welcome to the Nostalgia Test Podcast, the show where two longtime friends put their mainstream pop culture past to the ultimate test, the Nostalgia Test. Oh my God, everyone. Welcome.
Bro, what did we just watch? This
is going to be, strap in, everyone. Get ready.
The best text message that you gave me during this was, did we just watch Captain Planet?
Yeah, like we just watched Captain Planet. Wind, fire.
I actually wanted to say earth, fire, wind, water. With your powers combined, I am
Multipass.
Multipass.
I am
Leeloo Dallas Multipass.
Okay,
yes.
So there we go. People, welcome to the Nostalgia Test Podcast. I'm Dan. I'm your host, Dan Dissinger, here in LA, and I'm joined by my longtime friend and co-host, Manny Coelho, on Long Island. Manny, how you doing tonight?
How am I doing tonight? I am doing fantastic, Dan. Yes. I think I asked for this one. This one. You've
been asking for this one. We are in the 90s. It's the perfect time to do it. It's been a little bit of a rocky road in the 90s. I feel like it's been, but there are good movies in the 90s, and I think we might have come across one.
So
but
it's funny, like you know how I'm always saying 80s cheese, right? There was no 90s cheese. There was 90s trash, right? But I think we might have found the perfect the perfect balance of 90s trash meets cheese. Like, yes. Like, first of all, are you a science fiction fan?
I feel like this is the thing. I want to be. I feel like it's a genre that's like very deep in terms of, like, you know, there's all these things happening in it. Like for instance, Dune. I don't know if I can like get into it. It seems
I tried to, man. I don't know why everybody loves it. I don't know why. I'm like, okay, but people are calling it like a fantastic, like the best movie ever. I'm
How
like,
long is it?
What are we watching? What do we watch? It's long, Dan. But
there you go.
I kind of am on the same thing where, like, I've always been to sci-fi, but there's different styles of sci-fi.
Yes.
So, like, you know, we just did Matrix at one point.
Yes.
That's, 90s science fiction, totally different to what we're watching here.
Oh,
yeah. And then there's the, like, campy sci-fi. You got Star Trek, like, but that was like different, so, like, I feel like this did a perfect balance of, like, futuristic, dystopian future, but, like, just the right kind of fun. Fun. I feel like I had fun. First of all, I also feel like I watched a movie that was in someone with mine in your brains of ADHD. Just it's like that hotel scene was like we were in each other's brain. Like, there's just so many things going on in every little direction. It was crazy, guys.
Space Hawaii.
Fifth Element. All right, get into your facts. We just went off. So
real quick, Fifth Element, 1997. Science fiction action film conceived and directed by Luc Besson, who actually was like writing this film since he was like 16 years old, as well as co-written by Besson and Robert McCammon. It stars Bruce Willis, Gary Oldman, Ian Holm, Mila Jovovich,
keep going,
and Chris Tucker, and also special guest appearance by Luke Perry. Okay.
Luke Perry, I totally forgot he was in the beginning of this movie.
Yeah. Primarily set in the 23rd century, the film's central plot involves the survival of planet Earth, which becomes the responsibility of Corbin Dallas, who is played by Bruce Willis, a taxi cab driver and former special forces major, after a young woman, Jovovich, falls into his cab. Really just she like destroys his cab with her body. I don't know how she survives anything.
Well, because she's the fifth element.
And then a bunch of stuff happens.
Supreme being.
Yeah.
First of all, a bunch of stuff. Dude, there's so much going on in this movie. There's so many details in this movie that's hilarious. The bug, the cockroach that's like what kind of technology? Like at some point the technology was great, and then at other points it's like this
they tied a camera to a cockroach.
Yes. And that he can control, by the way. That
to spy. Control. Yeah. To spy on the president.
It was like the Flintstones got technology.
First of all,
because remember the robots and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, everything in this movie is crazy. Because the robots look like they came out of DuckTales.
Yes.
When they kept first of all, there are two people in this movie who were in the movie Friday. Tommy Lister Jr., rest in peace, plays the president. And Chris Tucker, who plays Ruby Rod, who's probably the first influencer of all time.
Yes, he was an influencer, right, Dan? Like he was.
And Lil Nas X
streaming
must have styled himself after this character, because as soon as I saw him, I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, Lil Nas X did definitely. I would think that he got inspiration from this character.
Yeah, and there's a Hobbit in this movie, so Ian Holm.
And what's up with the garbage that was like, they're like, sorry for the mess. Like, what mess? This like the hotel's like shipping area had.
Should we start from the beginning and try to figure out a direction for this episode?
I think this one we kind of need to start from the beginning. There's just so much that goes on in this movie.
Yeah. So we start out in space.
Yeah.
And then it's 1914. Which when I started watching this movie, dude, I was like, have I ever seen this movie before? Because I don't remember most of it. And I was like, I thought this movie started out with Mila Jovovich. And it doesn't. It starts out with Luke Perry in a pyramid somewhere in Egypt.
So I think I've only seen that part once or twice, right? Because I wasn't shocked about the beginning, but I was like, oh yeah, Luke Perry's in this.
Oh yeah, Luke
Perry's in this. Oh yeah, this like sets up what's going on. I always remember it that there's a big thing, then she, gets blown up and then brought back to life in this DNA recreation, like Westworld thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sliced back to life.
Nope. That's not where this movie starts.
Nope. It starts at a pyramid. That guy, the doctor, annoyed the biggest overactor ever.
Oh, he looked like the Colonel from Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah. And he was just like, light. And
he's kid was dying.
Yeah, and like the priest was going to kill him?
Okay.
Yes.
So yes.
Like at first I didn't like the priest.
Yeah.
But
the priest was going to murder him.
Yeah.
There's a priest.
Or maybe put him to sleep.
There's a priest in Egypt.
Yes.
Which confused me too.
At that time.
In 1914.
Yeah. Was he a priest?
I don't know.
Was he a father of some sort of religion protecting?
He looked like a monk from like Robin
Hood. He did.
But yeah, he was going to poison this guy.
Well, to save the treasure, right? And then all of a sudden they show up, luckily.
Robot ducks.
Robot, what do you mean? Like, that's robot Cooper Troopers from, they basically took the design of the Cooper Troopers from Mario Bros. And these things walk like so slow. Like, what was it? Like the thing's closing. He's like, dude. I'm like, dude, you need to be going faster if you're protecting the 5 elements that protect the earth.
I think the fact that they were all practical though was really amazing.
Yeah. No, that was great. And like, I guess the story is that he's reading that every 5,000 years, there's going to be evil that comes. So they created the Supreme Being.
Bro, I wrote down in my notes, how is he getting all of that from these hieroglyphics? Like he created a story. He's like reading. I'm like, how is he doing this? This is like when people go, the dolphin said this, and they gave dolphin, like they're like a dolphin, like this is the sentence this dolphin said. It's like, we all know that's a lie.
Yeah. No. Like, and then he's looking at, he's like, this man is perfect. This man is perfect. And then you got a wobbling robot like coming with a key because Luke Perry shoots this wobbling robot with a gun that I don't think would hurt. It looked like it had like BB gun. Right?
Dude, I looked at him. I was like, "Is he just playing Dylan on an internship in 1914 from 90210?" He was just like,
Yeah.
"Hey, Doc, man." Like, well, first, rest in peace, Luke Perry. He was amazing.
First of all, he was just playing like an artist. Like he was sketching.
He was just sketching.
The professor.
Yeah, that's all he was doing.
And he was making fun of the fact that he kept saying light.
Yeah, that's all he was doing.
He didn't like the professor.
Oh, hell no. But Luke Perry's dead, right? Do we assume that he's dead in this movie?
Well, I mean, he lived, that was 500 years, 300 years ago.
No, I know, but what I mean is, did he get locked
afterwards
in that area after the
I hope so.
Because that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he suffered for a long time.
Yeah.
I would have just drank the poison. Because like in the end, like the priest leaves, right? He doesn't even care about Luke Perry. So obviously Luke Perry didn't shoot the priest and take the key.
No.
So let's assume Luke Perry's dead.
Yeah. That was the craziest opening.
Crazy opening.
That's
so now, and then we go right to the story. Like, what is this? Evil's here.
Yeah.
And then everybody kind of knows about this element thing.
Yeah, everybody. Every single person.
No secret at all.
None.
So many people know about this thing.
Yeah.
The stones.
Yeah.
How did they find out?
So it seems like this world has created like some weird like galactic government where like these priests are also part of it, and there's like this whole like, I don't know, like insane sort of mythology that they are using in order to save themselves, because when they shoot missiles into this planet and then the planet just, envelops that ship. First of all,
it reminded me of the evil person from Silver Surfer, like the Planet Swallower or something like that. That's kind of reminded me of.
They need a Silver Surfer movie.
A better one.
That's right. Just like a real good one.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Anyways, so first of all, we're introduced to this like president that, look, first of all, he's huge in this movie. He's huge.
He's huge. He's huge. He's Sonny. He's like he's a guy from Friday. He is the guy from Friday. Oh it's my amazing. God. I loved it, dude. I wish that Chris Tucker, like, I wish someone got knocked out and he's like, "You got knocked the fuck out."
So there's this evil presence. The evil presence knows that the fifth element is coming.
That's right.
And then the priest is there, thinks everything's going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
And just like that, those aliens suck that are protecting this being. Because like they get destroyed in 5 seconds. Like if it wasn't for the fact that they didn't find that hand.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. But like, can I go back to when the ship up?
What happened?
Manny? Oh, you're frozen. That's okay. Just keep talking.
I can still hear you.
Okay. So what if how like when they were shooting the missiles into that planet thing or that being, right? And it kept like getting bigger. I felt like those ships could have gotten away, but they just sat there and waited to be destroyed. Why does that happen in movies?
I think he got in their brain. Remember the one guy, like the president's like, hey, and like his like brain was like turning black from the inside out.
Is that what was happening?
Yeah. Yeah, he got controlled by the evil
son.
The evil son. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That wasn't very clear.
That's why they were in the movie. But I don't know what the other two ships were going through, or maybe like the thing can control more than one.
Yeah. No, that was so weird. Okay, all right. So then these like rejected Muppets get into a ship and they get past. They look like you're in front of Dark Crystal, and they like they just like shoot down the ship, which has the special being in it, the divine being, and they die.
Mm-hmm.
But they have a hand.
Somehow.
They somehow save the hand.
So they were going to Earth? Where did they get the hand? Because then all of a sudden we're back on Earth. Like I thought the ship was somewhere else because it wasn't near Earth, right? So the ship falls into this planet. They're able to recover this hand.
Yeah.
And then they recreate the being.
That's right. They recreate the being, the robot duck. And they recreate the robot duck, and the robot duck becomes Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, but like I feel like it wasn't really the robot duck, because the robot ducks were protecting the Fifth Element. So the Fifth Element was in that statue thing. So that's why it was weird to me, because like, was she wearing a guard?
Oh, really? Is that what that was? She was in the
she was in that shield thing.
Oh, because like it made it look like when the duck thing got destroyed and they got the hand.
Yeah,
that it looked like
it
the
was
hand,
holding like a controller.
Yes, that it looked like the hand was part of the robot duck that actually was. Oh my god!
So I don't think it was the robot duck was
okay.
Yeah, the robot duck wasn't. They were like the protectors of the element, I think.
Okay, let's like assume that that's what happened.
Okay,
because that makes a lot more sense. Because if they would have put this thing back together, I would have assumed it would have been a robot duck.
Yeah, I think the robot duck was just the protector of the being,
right?
And the being ended up being her. Like,
yeah,
she was always going to look like that, but she was wearing like in my thing. Remember when they came and picked up the stones?
Yeah,
and then there was a statue in the middle of it.
Yeah,
it was like a mummified like thing. I think that being just sits there like and waits. So like she had kind of a better life now that she's here. Like she would have just been sitting there in this like mummified tomb.
Seriously.
Absolutely. That's what I saw it as. Because like remember the thing was in the middle when they first open it?
Yeah.
And they were and they were like, oh, we gotta go, and then like they take it. So
that's what that was. Okay.
Yeah, she was in there.
Oh my god.
So she just kind of like waits 5,000 years.
Yeah, she just waits. They put her back together in this chamber.
Yeah.
And then they reveal her, and all the creepy guys are staring at this naked girl.
Yeah.
And it's a PG-13, and there's boobs in this PG-13.
Yes. Yes.
This is being
and they give her like almost nothing to wear.
After that guy says, "Can I take some pictures?"
Yes.
Creepo. Like it's really creepy. They ever see that movie Life Force?
No.
Like it's a girl who is like, it's an alien race that's like humans, but they're like bats, and then like this woman is just fully naked the entire time, walking around, and like her beauty hypnotizes everyone. This actor is just naked the entire, almost like when you watch these movies, it's weird. It's just like Species. They have the same thing going on.
Oh,
like
remember Species? That was a crazy ass movie.
That movie's fucking weird.
Yes.
But yeah, so Mila Jovovich, and she's freaking out in there. She's super strong apparently too, because she
breaks through this thing that made her. Like, so that glass is like thick.
I thought
she killed him. Yeah. And I thought that where is this thing located that she could just fly through this like
tinfoil wall?
And I'm still thinking they're on a planet somewhere, but they're on Earth.
They're in Brooklyn.
Because now she's like in freaking AC ducks, like freaking Bruce Willis always loves AC ducks.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah, Bruce Willis is in this movie.
Yes.
Killing it.
Love his character in this movie. So yeah, all right. So we get the scene where she escapes, right? So she's freaking out. She's going into animalistic mode. She's just like fight or flight. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
And decides, let's jump.
Jumps out in the middle of Brooklyn traffic, because that's where Bruce Willis lives. Brooklyn, in what looks like a shipping container. The future sucks, bro. Like the future is trash. Every time I see the future, I'm like, it's garbage. Everyone's living in a storage container.
Yeah. There's fog.
There's fog all the time.
Yeah. It's terrible.
In the future,
it doesn't look like his home doesn't look like a place I want to like go to.
No.
Like I would just be driving the cab all night long.
Yeah, it was horrible. But she jumps off a roof. Don't know what her plan is at all.
There's also an element of
a fifth element.
Yeah. There's an element in this sci-fi. There's an element of fate, right? Because there's so much happening in this movie that is cross-connected that they don't even know that they're doing. This was all gonna happen. Like this was like a pre-written in the skies Romeo Juliet movie. Because
okay, go ahead.
Because she jumps off and happens to fall through his cab.
Like a fucking rock.
She would have the cab how the cab was still standing is beyond me. Like I guess it has to be really good because like I always joke that when you have flying cars, if the car gets into an accident, do they just fall down to the bottom? Because like something has to keep them flying. Right?
It has to be.
Shut off a flying car.
Yeah.
It's just gonna drop.
Yeah.
Right? There has to be some sort of thing that always keeps it flying. Right?
Do you know what this is like?
What? What?
I'm sorry. This shit is like a Mentos commercial. Because
the whole movie?
She jumps off that thing like she's like, okay. Like if I had to think of it as like if it was a Mentos commercial, she would eat a Mentos right before jumping off that thing.
Yes. And let's just remember, she doesn't speak the language. Like she just came to Earth. Well, I guess she's been alive. I don't know.
For like thousands of years.
Yeah, I don't know. She's a supreme being. But it's just crazy that she takes the leap of faith, if you will.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm like, where's she thinking she's doing?
She's not just going. Anything. She's going. She's
got no parachute.
Yeah.
Okay. Was she going to try to like jump onto something? Was she just going to she's basically committing suicide.
Yeah. She's wearing the worst thing possible.
Yes.
Poor Mila Jovovich had to wear that for any period of time.
Yeah. No, but okay. So she falls to the thing. Corbin's like, oh, there goes my points. Like, because we do get introduced that he's a terrible driver, right? Apparently, he's a great assassin army guy, but he sucks at being a cab driver. And then it also shows me like in the future, we still don't give a shit about our army. Like, our vets. This guy's job is drive around a cab that he owes money to. You know, his mom's annoying. They have this joke that his mom's annoying all the time.
Oh my God.
Right, there's so much going on in this movie.
So much happening. People, we didn't even. This isn't even 20.
He's smoking cigarettes. He's smoking cigarettes that like the filter is longer than the cigarette.
Dude, I thought it was backwards when he was smoking it.
Yeah,
I thought that was
like that's
the
joke. Like, nope. Like I guess they're like, oh, health. It's like health. Look around you. There's he says we'll lose him in the fog.
Yeah. Holy shit! How awesome was that scene though? The whole chase scene.
Chase scene was great.
Chase scene was great. 1997. The graphics,
that's the thing. There was a great balance of like cheesy graphics and some freaking awesome graphics. Like that, I was like, I'm down with this. Yeah, I'm down with this kind of sci-fi. I like it.
The Bruce Willis show though is just he is just effortlessly funny, and just he is one of the best action. Like look, there's a lot of action guys going on at this time. You got Schwarzenegger, you got Stallone, you got Jean-Claude Van Damme, Steven Seagal, whatever, right? And then you have Bruce Willis, who
he's a sleeper, bro. Like you don't think about that. You don't think about it. I would say this is one of his best characters because of how, like what you say, like there was like his timing of how he says things. So good. So good.
Yeah, it's almost like he is his character from Die Hard in this movie now. Like just one-liners, just kind of like what's going on. Like he's not at all freaked out that a woman fell from out of nowhere.
I mean, it was love at first sight, right? He gets dumbfounded by her.
Yeah.
Now on that, and then I'm thinking like, so she's a supreme being, and it seems like most men are dumbfounded by her, right? So yes. I think there's an aura coming from her, like he couldn't help but be in love with her. Just like Trinity couldn't help but be in love with Neo.
Bro, you read my mind. I was like, this is a Neo fucking like Trinity thing going on here.
Absolutely. Right? It's just reverse. She's the one and he's Trinity.
Yeah.
In this movie.
It's almost also like a weird Disney like princess type story in a way. Like not like that she's a Disney princess. Obviously, she's like very capable and like she doesn't need any, but like the idea of like spoilers, how this movie ends. In the fact that like it ends with a magic kiss.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I mean?
Just so that, just so that like he helped her believe that there's like still like there's love. Because love wasn't part of the process here. It was just she was just there to protect the thing. Heart. No! Bro, we watched Heart.
Shut up.
Dude, it's hard. It finishes Captain Planet.
Oh my god!
We did watch Captain Planet.
Holy nostalgia!
Wow,
this movie ended Captain Planet.
Oh god! Wow. Okay.
Dude, this is Captain Planet.
Okay. Lots of McDonald's. No, this is totally Captain Planet. But okay, this guy's been writing this since like he was 16. So it's not like he stole from Captain Planet. It just somehow lines up with Captain Planet.
No, just think about it. Maybe Captain Planet came like think about it. Earth, Wind, Fire. Like you were like Fifth Element, and like what really did it was the heart, love.
Amazing.
Made Captain Planet. Heart made her supreme being.
Wow, bro. My mind is exploding. I've no like. I just.
What about the guy? Can we just talk about the guy that pretends to be like? Wears a picture of the hallway.
Holy shit, that guy was hilarious.
Like, why was that in there?
They're like crackheads in the future.
Yes.
Like it's just crazy. Like, what is he even doing? Like, and is Bruce Willis a gun runner because he has like more guns than anyone, and they just disappear?
Dude, Bruce Willis has skills. So there was so much going. Like I was telling you, like the cross, like, stories that were going on. Like all of a sudden, you know, they're trying to find somebody to save the world.
Yeah,
and they rig him to win the contest.
Oh my God.
And this is after he's like brought her back to the priest, and like he just leaves, but he can't stop thinking about her.
Yeah,
and then the priest that storyline's going crazy, and the priest is insane. Yeah, it's and then funny. Like, you know, he gets told that he's got to go on this mission. This had nothing to do with her.
No, zero.
He was just gonna go on this mission, Dan.
Yeah, no,
like
they
were gonna be like, you need to go find these stones.
Yeah,
like he had no idea that she was a part of it too, and that she would be the final stone, like final element in the stone. So, in essence, like the whole thing, I'm telling you, is already written in the skies. Like she jumped out and landed in his cab because it just needed to happen.
Wow.
No matter what, these two were gonna always cross.
Wow. Yeah, and you could say because like also like there's an underlying story, some sort of idea of him having had a wife or something that he left him or something.
Yes, his ex-wife.
So it's so crazy. I mean, again, like only Bruce Willis and maybe someone else. I would say Kurt Russell and Bruce Willis, I think, could do this. Like you couldn't have Stallone do this. Schwarzenegger, it would be too crazy. Like it wouldn't make sense. Bruce Willis is like, it's so good for this part because you feel for him. He's like he's got a heart. Oh my god, he's got heart. Here we go again.
Telling you, this is great. And just the technology is also kind of like Total Recall technology.
Dude, so I wrote down, I feel like there's a shared universe here between The Fifth Element, Judge Dredd, Total Recall, and Super Mario Brothers.
Okay. I agree. It all kind of has the same vibe.
The cops are, why do cops in the future wear more stuff?
I don't know.
Like,
I'm not sure.
But there's still McDonald's, there's still McDonald's.
Yeah, they remember like, so there's drive-through McDonald's, or what about the fact that you can have sushi come to your place?
It's like DoorDash.
It was DoorDash, but like he floated away in a boat.
That was I love that. When that was happening, I was like, why is this even happening? But also I was like, I don't care. This is amazing.
Again, there was some random scenes that you're like, okay.
That scene was great.
And the robot thing was before we had robots cleaning, like before we had like that was when we were kids. We didn't have vacuums cleaning our houses.
No.
And now,
yeah.
So that was crazy. But the technology was just like not crisp enough, but enough to be believable.
And they still use pneumatic tubes. Like they went backwards. All their like messages came through pneumatic tubes.
Yeah, what is that?
When he was eating the sushi or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, you should open that. It's sometimes good news." He's like, "You're fired." Okay, great. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Why are we still doing that? Like, so you're telling me there was like, and did you see the phone that the mother calls all the time? This is just a little like black tube with a thing that sticks out of it.
Oh
like,
God,
it was like terrible, but yet you have flying cars.
But you have pneumatic tubes and shitty phones.
Yeah, I guess they didn't even think about like Wi-Fi back then.
Oh no!
But yet they could talk to the president. Well, he could stream
the
radio show from a planet.
That was amazing. That was amazing. There were a couple good, like, before we keep, like, a couple good quotes too. Bruce Willis has this quote. He's like, "I only speak two languages, English and bad English." Why is he so awesome?
And she didn't know she didn't know how to speak English. She just looks at a sign and says, "Please help. Please help me."
First of all, there were 400 words in the language she was actually speaking. So her and the director created the divine language, and she actually was speaking words that they developed in terms of like,
way.
Yeah.
This is like Avatar shit.
Yeah. Except better.
Yeah.
Except way better. I'm sorry. The Avatar is useless. This movie,
I think the clothing in this movie is phenomenal.
Holy shit. Yes. Unbelievable.
Like I want to go maybe as one of these characters for Halloween. Like,
dude,
it is a great
should be
direction.
A whole themed party that's just Fifth Element.
Fifth Element? I'm sure there is, Dan. There has to be.
If you're out there doing a Fifth Element party, please
invite
tag us and invite us.
I think I might go as the guy in the hallway with the freaking picture on his face.
Oh my God,
his head.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing. All of it was amazing. I mean, the priest, he was so funny afterward. There was so much comedy in this movie too.
It was great. It was great.
That scene when she's there, and first of all, another creepy moment though. She's laying down and Bruce Willis is looking at her after he brings her to the priest. Yeah. And he like leans in to kiss her.
Yeah, what is that? That's what I'm saying, bro.
And then she pulls a gun on him.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is that like everybody's in awe of this person.
Yes.
Like look at when Bruce Willis is on the phone talking. Was it talking to his mother or something? And he's like he's just like laying back. Like all of a sudden we get into this like cheesy like rom-com that's like happening. I'm telling you, like in awe of her.
And it was like music that was just so weird. First of all, worst soundtrack. Face. That's one thing I would say. The music for the movie is trash.
It's trash.
But the like comedic music that was like soundtracking some of those moments was hilarious. They should have at least they should have like you could have played the Curb Your Enthusiasm music at certain points where like he was doing like like it was just like,
it was just silly. It was silly. And like, I love how they show how she like learns languages and stuff. Like, so she just like is watching things and fast forward and just like picks it up. And like, what outfit do they give this woman?
I don't know. They give her like some sort of like weird
It's like
rubber
stretchy
thing
rubber thing
to go over a shirt.
Yes.
Which she takes her clothes off and they both turn around. This was really funny, actually. She goes to take her shirt off. Bruce Willis and the priest turn around, but the camera person to this movie decided to not just put her like out of the scene, slightly out of focus. So once again, she's topless
She's
in
naked.
the movie in a PG-13 film. Like, it's so weird to me. Like, you notice that so much because now in PG-13s, you can't do that. You would
Which is
never
weird
be able to get
because
away with that.
you can see like killing and blood and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, why not have more?
Yeah. Once
you
you
know.
see, a boob, a nipple, like you can't,
cares?
all of a sudden the world. explodes.
Insane.
Yeah.
What about let's talk about the evil guy.
Gary Oldman?
Gary Oldman's character with that hair.
There could be a whole episode on just him. What
it was
is he?
Such a great character.
Why does he have a southern accent?
I don't know. And what is he? Like, what does he run? He's just a gun guy? He's just like, does he make weapons for the country?
He seems like he is a weapons developer, but he also just seems like some evil venture capitalist.
Sure. And like, because he wanted the priest, but again, he got controlled by the evil.
Why is he wearing a plastic bowl, like half of a bowl on his head? And why do all the other people that he's with have plastic half bowls on their head?
That's like, was he an alien?
No.
Or that's just like a style then?
I think that's one of those weird styles.
Okay.
It was just so weird, and he was so crazy.
Crazy. He always also had a way with his freaking. I love that he had like this like look like the rotary phone. Look like he took the payphone number like buttons, put it down on his desk, and he could easily just kill you from anywhere.
Yeah,
like he had a bomb. That's what I'm saying. Like they had like some weird ass technology, but he had a way to send a code to blow up his henchmen.
To blow up the guy in the fucking train station with all the trash.
Yeah.
Like, what is this? Like, when he died, I was like, wait, how did that happen?
Yeah.
Like, what was that? And then apparently, I was like, whatever. Look what's happening now. It doesn't matter.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He had the code for like the whole country.
He had bomb codes.
Like for
just
particular phone booths.
That was so. But yet, this man almost gets killed by a cherry.
Yeah, I love that part when the priest is just kind of letting it. The priest had some evilness in him, man. He was just. This is what I'm saying. These priests don't give it. They kill for this element.
They have to. They have to, because if you don't, like, we're all dead. Because what is their thing? Time is not important, only life.
Yeah.
So, hey, if you're in the way of life, like, you're out. You got to go. Plus,
that scene was crazy.
Whatever.
When he's talking about his robots and all this stuff.
Oh, that was great. Big message there.
Huge message.
Like, why did he put a cherry in his water though? That's what I want to ask. Like, what was that? Like,
was it water or was it like alcohol?
I guess maybe it was alcohol, but why are you putting just a random cherry? It's not going to do anything.
But did you notice the bugs in the back of his office, like on the window? Yeah. It's like all these bugs on the window. And then it was just a messy place.
And then a weird
Earth is a messy place.
And then a weird Muppet in like a drawer.
Yeah, why? That's what I'm saying. It was like Flintstones got technology.
Crazy.
Like, what was the Muppet there for?
No, I don't know. It was just like everything that he was doing, Gary Oldman, he was wearing crazy clothes. He had a crazy haircut. He sort of looked like Hitler because, like, if you move the hair from his chin to under his nose, the way his hair was pushed to the side, I was like, oh boy, what is going on here? But, like, you know, and he was trying to kill everyone. This guy was trying to create a mass genocide.
Crazy, dude. I'm still that little character that had like a long nose that came out of his desk. God. I'm trying to figure out why he was there in the first place. Is he only there to stop people from choking? Because he didn't do his job.
He's just there because it needed to be there. Awesome.
This is why this movie is great, because it's just a random and like after all this scene, and we're only halfway through, and the adventure hasn't even started.
No. Like, not at all.
This is just a setup to like the chaos, and then you get, you know, like you get the Chinese food guy who just has things randomly, like he has a boat that's like going, and they're having a whole conversation, and we're not even at the story.
No, we haven't even started anything, because he drops her off at the priest's house, and then like things
it's over.
Yeah, he's like, I guess I'm going home.
Yeah.
But the army doesn't think so. They set up a whole thing. There's like 500 storylines.
But why does the army think that he's going to save them? Oh, because they need him to get the stones.
That's right. Because he's the best to go undercover. Though he's a horrible
undercover. And we only find this out like later. Like,
no.
That he's that good at his job.
Yeah, no.
Which then understand why he's good at flying that freaking taxi cab.
Oh, yeah, no. He is like a superhero. I love Batman.
You set that one up. You laid yourself up on that job.
But he is like a superhero that just gets paid nothing.
What do you think about the guys, the evil guys, the other henchmen that were kind of after the element in the first place?
The Muppets, the alien guys?
Yeah, kind of look like bad turtles.
Oh, they were great. Those things were fucking awesome.
But they made them play like they're stupid.
Yeah,
but they're not.
They're not. They were just super destructive, though. I mean, that's what was so crazy about them. And I think it was fun because you needed. I don't know if you actually needed several different evil people. Like, it just like they really just stacked evil on top of evil on top of evil, and then you have this really insane evil that they have to get rid of. So it's like he's fighting everybody.
Everyone. But that's the thing. There's so many stories going on. So like he thinks he's just going on this adventure. He has no idea that she's the fifth element. Like,
no, he doesn't know.
He's just like happy to see her.
Yeah.
Right. And like the priest said to him that she's like,
yeah, he said she's a divine being and she's super important. Now you can go.
Got it.
And he kicked him out.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. And then the insanity ensues when they fix this Running Man-esque like trip to space Hawaii and like
space Hawaii in a ship that's like Wally.
Yeah.
Before Wally shows. Yeah. We're in this big hotel ship. Where are they going?
It's like space Titanic Hawaii.
Yes.
And the funny part is he gets the military. First of all, that one dude in the military, I think he dies like 5 times. Oh, he gets punched by the fifth element. Then he gets frozen.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's unbelievable that he just is like everything. He just keeps, oh my God. That whole scene in the apartment, I'm losing my mind because there are too many things. Like,
oh my God, when that scene is happening, and he has first of all, the apartment has this spot where you have to put your hands up because you're being like looked at.
Kind of
it's like Minority Part shit too, Minority Report kind of shit.
Yeah.
I definitely
like that.
But see, Minority Report had better technology.
Absolutely.
Like looking, right?
Precogs.
Dude, the precogs would have seen this all happening.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, but one of them would have fucked it up.
True, they would have said that she would have fallen through someone else's car.
Exactly.
then the whole story would have been over. We wouldn't have, the world would have ended.
I mean, Minority Report is almost like The Fifth Element, except like, Tom Cruise doesn't bang the precog at the end.
Okay. All right. I see where you're going here. But there was no cruise ship.
No, there was no cruise ship. No.
What was this part? This part was crazy.
So they insane.
First of all, the apartment part, yes.
Yeah,
it was
let's talk about that.
The soldiers come in, then she comes in because the priest needs to go to him because the soldiers set up the win.
Yes.
Priest needs to go to them and bring her to the stones.
Yes.
So he's thinking all this is going to happen.
Yes.
Then he has to stick her into the shower. The people are in the fridge. The priest is under the bed. And then he has to be locked up.
And he puts her in a shower.
Yes. That has auto wash.
Yeah. Let's get poor Mila Jovovich wet again. Get inside.
Why not?
This is what we're doing. But they put her in there. There's a freezer. He could fit 4 people in there. They put Mila Jovovich into a shower, and they put the priest in a bed, which I don't know why that gets wrapped up.
Let's not forget he still has a spot where all guns are.
He still has a spot with his all guns.
For this apartment to being this little box, it has a lot of hidden compartments.
This movie is just a bunch of sketches they put together because it loses all capacity to be a story soon.
Yeah, no, it's crazy because then why is he being detained by the police? Oh, because who's going after him?
It's still because he's
because he ran away from the cops.
Oh, that's it. Right.
And then they got his neighbor instead.
Yeah, because they switched the card.
Yes, the simple card switch.
Yeah. Is that when someone goes, "Are you classified as human?" It's like, "No, I'm a meat popsicle."
Yes. I'm telling you, man. His lines are fantastic in this.
I mean, I keep writing down the future sucks. Chris Tucker, what the fuck is happening? He's the first influencer.
Oh, and she gets naked again.
Yes, and they turn around. They do the same shot, except this time they're like, okay, this room is too small. We can't put her out of focus.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, she's been.
So then he finally takes the job because he knows that she's going.
Right. But the priest does the switcheroo for some reason, hits him on the head, right? After he asks for some coffee and enlists that other guy who I feel
sucks.
Like
the assistant. He was going to be the future priest. He's supposed to be the future priest.
Okay, I see.
Because there's only one that continues to take the story on.
Like a Highlander.
Yeah.
Right. So he enlists him, and now ensues one of the craziest scenes in the entire, one of the many crazy scenes in the movie. It's like
the priest is getting hammered.
But it's like a who's on first of like, I'm Corbin Dallas. This is like weird and hilarious, the whole thing.
Yes. The Corbin Dallas scene. And where we get the best quote ever. Multipass.
Yes, she knows multipass. She knows. Okay. Multipass.
She knows. Okay, she knows.
Put it down. She knows. And every other woman in this movie is dressed like a lunatic. I mean, they're trying to do jobs and they have these weird cutouts in their uniforms. The McDonald's girls, everybody's crazy. The clothes are nuts. This is the 90s aesthetic on acid. This is Hackers. Everyone in this movie is dressed like in the movie Hackers.
Oh my God. Yes. With the two guys that when they're pretending to be the guys that are shapeshifters, when they look like hackers.
That's right.
Yes, I agree.
I kept
Hackers in Total Recall, bro. This is we're on that set.
Oh yeah, no,
my opinion.
Absolutely.
In the garbage area, that's the set.
Why was there just this pile of garbage?
I don't know. And then what is it that they're going into a hotel?
Yeah,
that's going into hyperdrive.
Yeah.
Or no, they're going into a plane that takes them to the hotel.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
This
Got it.
scene was fucking bananas.
Bananas, bro. I will say they did a really great job of sound
Oh,
and cuts
and
and
editing.
okay, and the when Chris Tucker, first of all, his intro is
What?
phenomenal. Phenomenal in this movie.
Phenomenal.
And I love like when he's like, Corbin, let's hear what you have to say. And he's like, hi. And he's like, beautiful. Like,
it's the craziest thing I've ever heard. And he was just going for it. Oh my God. It
was great.
Oh my God.
But then I love the fact that like then we cut to like the parasites being like blown off, and for
what
some
the
reason
hell
they
was
have
that?
like dudes just smoking weed next to reactor,
What
like
was
next
that?
to a freaking like I don't know. And then they're blowing off these parasites. I'm like, ew. Imagine like that existed. Like these things exist. Like these parasites. Yeah.
Oh no, it probably that's what flying is probably like, and we don't know. We're just on the plane, and they're just trying to get us from point A to point B.
Sure. So then the fact that like the priest was able to go in there.
What was that?
He snuck in. But I love the cutting of the rocket. I mean, the ship is about to take off, and then Chris Tucker's hooking up with the stewardess,
dude,
and like all that whole scene. Well, she said, "Did he?" Yeah, yeah. Did she say no?
I don't know what happened. I don't know what is going on. It was like okay. This whole scene was one of the craziest things I have ever seen in a movie. Because I was like, why is this even here?
I don't know.
There was no.
I love like he's like one of the things he's saying while he's hooking up with her. He comes up from being down on her, and he's like, I love you.
Town.
I love you. The only human I've ever loved. Like
I have to go get her wipe.
Yeah. Yeah. You see his signature? He just paints.
Oh my God, dude. It was like he was like Prince, but like super annoying. And then like again, like I'll say, like Lil Nas X must have seen this movie and was like, I'm gonna wear that clothing. Like I'm gonna.
It is so funny that you say it, because there were times that I'm like, yo, I've seen this character before.
Yeah,
and it's this character,
dude. Every woman wanted him. Do you remember what he said to that girl when he was really close to her and he was whispering to her?
No.
Holy shit. He said some nasty shit. And if you only caught it if you put it on subtitles, and I wish I wrote it down, but I was just so baffled that I was like, I can't keep writing things. And I was just like, what is happening? And then he proceeds to the way I want to say this is just like he like how is he putting his penis hair inside her vagina?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Because why is his hair styled like a penis?
No idea.
He's got a
this is
dick.
Are you saying when he's like he's up close to her and whispering to her like after he's been down on her or before?
A different girl. It was a different girl. Well, he's walking through the hallway.
Oh, okay, as in his leopard print?
Yes.
God. And don't forget, Corbin thinks he didn't want to go. This is it. His dreams, his desires, his most intimate of intimates. Oh, wow. It's crazy. Dude, yeah, I'm watching it right now. It's nuts.
That whole scene, the aggressive cunnilingus, the go interspliced with this plane taking off. This like, where is this happening? And then he is in this pod, dude. It was like when that scene was over, I was like, I don't know what I just saw.
Yeah, because he gets taken away from Leeloo.
Leeloo.
Yeah. he gets taken away from her because he's got to go through this whole thing of him like streaming and all this stuff. And then like what? Start licking the stamps, girly. This guy's this is crazy what he's saying, dude.
That Manny is freaking out. If you're not watching this, like Manny is like watching the movie while we're doing this.
I needed to put that scene on. That's crazy. But anyways, like, so he gets taken away from her, but where did she go during this whole massive thing?
No idea. Because why didn't she pass out? Because they like made Bruce Willis pass out. They pressed the button. He was out.
Well, she's. Oh yeah, because didn't she study that whole time?
That's right. Yeah.
They pressed the button and that was it.
That's it.
Like so that you don't have to feel like the space time, like pressure or whatever. I guess it took hours to get there. So the priest didn't pass out. Tell me the priest was up the whole time.
He was in the roof, right? But then he was inside the plane.
Yeah.
So he went from in and then he like through the gate, through like the vents, I guess, again, Die Hard, like through the vents. And I guess he got stuck at some point.
Bro, but did he stayed up the whole time?
I guess so.
And I guess she didn't pass out.
No.
Okay. What about the stewardess and what's his name? Did he just like pass out inside of her? Because we took off and that was it. You know? That's a drop right there.
Like, Mom, what's a condom?
Oh my God, dude. I don't know. I don't want to know. I don't even know why that scene's in the movie. But it made sense for some reason.
But then there's other stewardess now that are dressed in Hawaiian gear.
Okay, so yeah, we get to Space Hawaii and people are getting like the flowers put on them, kissing. Looks like Bruce Willis wants to kiss another person. Dude, he is just like, yes, he got kissed, but then he turned his cheek in order to kiss I was like, this guy is just like in Die Hard when he's like staring people. He's going to visit his wife, but he's like fucking every woman in the fucking movie.
Exactly.
But yeah, they're in Space Hawaii. They're waiting for that person to come to see the Diva is going to sing. So then there's a gigantic singing scene.
With stones in her stomach. She's singing pretty well with that.
It was like Lady Gaga arrived. Like when
so back to the fact that this is all written. That being the blue lady who was the director's wife, she knew she was going to die. Her whole
she had to.
She had to. She had to. Again, her whole life was to protect from the stones, and she knew when she was going to have to give them up. She knew that the other one was there. She knew Lou was there, and her life was to be sacrificed to hold those stones. So she knew it was written in the stars. This was all going to happen. There was nothing about this that was spontaneous. It was chaotic as fuck, but all this was written.
Wow. Dude. Yep. Do you know why this movie looks so good? Because the director, Luc Besson, demanded that most of the action shots in the movie take place in broad daylight, as he was reportedly tired of the dark spaceship corridors and dimly lit planets common in science fiction movies and wanted a brighter, cheerfully crazy look as opposed to a gloomy, realistic one.
Wow.
Good choice.
Great choice.
Because imagine this was like as dark as Blade Runner.
No.
That movie.
Again, this was just so much more fun.
Yeah.
I had a blast watching. I was like pleasantly watching this movie going, this is just so fun. And it was such a good, cheesy, there was seriousness and you're like, wow. And then the action was just cool. It was so it wasn't like over the top action, but just fun. The craziness that's going on during that scene.
Oh, God. During the fight scene when the singing was happening.
Oh, the singing. Beautiful.
And it was so weird that like you had a whole singing thing. It was like watch. It was like a whole thing happening
It was
while this other
beautiful.
thing was happening. The
Yes.
set piece is huge. Like the
And
the practical effect of this being was ridiculous, and it all worked.
it was great. That scene was another one of my. That scene reminded me of the apartment scene. Like there was a couple scenes that were just like ADHD happening, but everything
Yes.
was connected, and you were like, "Oh, what's happening?" And then like she learns how to fight by looking at the freaking again Matrix, bro. Oh,
Serious.
let's upload the fighting.
Yeah.
Okay, let me look. Matrix.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
came out before Matrix, right?
Oh, way before. Yeah,
Dude,
1997. Oh,
that was
only
it.
2 years.
Like,
2 years
oh, we
before
need her to
Matrix.
fight. All right, let her watch all this.
Wow, this was only 2 years before the Matrix.
Only 2 years.
Wow.
I would argue more fun than the Matrix.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Matrix is a great movie,
Yeah, no doubt.
deeper and like
Right.
more in depth, and the technology and
Oh,
the
yeah.
cinematography was crazy. But this is just so fun.
But when you think about it, yes, the cinematography was crazy. Everything was crazy because it was like a martial arts film,
I
right?
know what you're about to say. Yeah,
This movie had some of the some of the biggest set pieces, and the practical effect of like everything, a lot of the things living inside the movie,
yes,
really changes it. It changes
dude. The guys with the
experience.
guns and stuff, those ogres, man, beautiful. They're
Yeah.
fighting in those suits.
That was great. That was great. Dude, when Bruce Willis, something happened when they were supposed to negotiate. I guess he shot someone or killed. He's like, and it's like, anyone else want to negotiate? Oh no, the president did that because he
Yeah.
kills. He's like, anyone else want to negotiate? Hilarious.
Yeah, and he's like, where did he learn how to negotiate?
At some point, that's when like I made a note about the singing. Then right after that, my next note is literally lost my mind now. And then after that, Bruce Willis is amazing. Anyone else want to negotiate? And then I only have like five more notes because at some point I was just like, I just need to watch this now.
Yeah. No, it was just so much fun. The rockets that the ogres had, like the technology again, the technology went from like so futuristic to like just practical of like
So yeah.
like we're not that far in the future. So
Well,
this is how it would look.
At the
Yeah.
time, this was one of the most expensive movies. Like it's
Really?
so at the time here, it was the most expensive movie ever produced outside of Hollywood. Most expensive production in Gaumont history, I guess the production company. And at $80 million, the visual effects budget of the movie was the highest of its time. So $80 million budget, this movie made $263.9 million. That is a big type of like swing when you think of like, will this make money? Because like if you're gonna spend $80 million on a movie and then all of a sudden
That's like
it just-
Waterworld shit.
bro. That
Which was
movie.
Do you
I
like
mean,
that movie?
I only saw it once. The Matrix only cost 63 million. Wow, that must
It's
be
all
the
computer
practical
effects, dude.
That's right. So the practical
This had so
effects,
much more
yeah.
practical shit.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Dude, even Bruce Willis and what's his name? Why did I lose his name in here? Catan? Chris?
wait.
Chris?
Chris Kattan's in this movie?
Not Chris Catan.
Tucker.
Tucker.
Dude, if Chris Kattan was in this movie, totally
That was
different movie.
their whole play with each other was great. The whole time. Like even when like he starts getting into the action part of it.
Oh,
and stuff,
yeah.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
great. He's like, hold on. He's like, oh, it's like flying a cab.
Dude, apparently the director, his dad was a cab driver, which is why he
Shows the
he
cab.
always has a taxi driver. There's a taxi driver in almost all of his movies to honor his father.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's
he also
cute.
directed The Professional, this guy.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a great movie too.
That movie's interesting. Very weird, but interesting. That's one of those movies that's, this was supposed to be a trilogy. He had 3 scripts that he condensed into one. Now that makes a lot of fucking sense.
This movie was supposed to be a trilogy.
Yeah.
Again, Matrix.
There you go.
Bro. Matrix could have all 3 movies could have been one movie.
I'm gonna give out an idea again on this podcast, but they need to make a Fifth Element series.
I'm for it.
How the fuck is it not happening? Like, I'm not saying reboot any of this. Don't stop with that.
But like, where are you kicking off from?
I mean, before. Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, because like, here's the thing. So to skip forward,
yeah, we haven't even gotten to the end of this movie yet.
I mean, if you're still listening, the ending is like nothing to me. Well, it's not nothing. It is beautiful.
I was surprised. I was surprised that Gary Oldman death wasn't the end of the movie. When he died, it was like 20 more minutes.
I know. Well, first of all, when he dies, it was so funny, like, because I thought like Bruce was. This is why this movie is so great, because it wasn't about Bruce against Gary. Like Gary was just trying to get the stones. And then in the end, it was Gary versus those ogres who he destroyed and killed. So they just wanted to kill him. So like there was so many different people going after each other. Like you remember like when he went into the elevator, Gary comes out and he's looking around and he goes and he shuts off his own bomb timer. And then like the other guys they have the little freaking combination lock to set off a bomb.
Yeah, it was crazy. I loved it. It was so great. It was so crazy.
And then we get into a seriousness part of this movie where she has seen. She has started to watch history of mankind just destroying the world, destroying themselves. And she's like, what am I protecting? Like, why am I protecting? I love that this is happening while the president is just like drinking champagne. Like, it's not over yet. This thing is coming towards Earth. Like, right. And she doesn't want to do anything. Like, is she beat up? Is that why? Like, she's shot, right?
So this is where I got confused. Like, I didn't know if she was shot or she was just beaten up or she was just, I don't know. So I'm going to say yes to all that.
I think it was depression. It was her losing the will to live because she realized, like, because she's pretty strong and she's a supreme being, right? So, like, I think it was more like she needed to, dude, Matrix. Dude. Trinity has to kiss fucking Neo to get him to live again.
Did the Wachowskis just like rip this movie off?
Holy shit. This movie, bro. Neo dies. He has no will to live. Trinity has to kiss him. She says, I fell in love with you.
Is Gary Oldman the
yes.
like Mr. Smith?
Mr. Smith.
Or maybe no, wait.
Or is
it's the planet, the evil thing, the evil breed, because they want to destroy everything, so it would probably be that.
Yeah.
This movie's The Matrix.
Shit. It's The Matrix.
The Matrix is this.
The Matrix is this. The Matrix
is this. Like all Disney princess movies. It's like Cinderella.
So she's watching. So she's watching the review of the wars, and she's like, "I'm done." Right. So she doesn't even want. She's just so depressed, and the will to live is gone.
Yeah.
That they show up to the pyramid again, and they set up the stones. No idea how they get there. They set up the stones. They don't know what to do. There's no directions.
Mm-hmm.
The best scene is the little young priest. And I love when he breathes, right? He breathes in, he breathes out. The thing moves a little bit. And like, they're like, do everything you did. And he's like, okay. I put up my hands. Like the timing of that scene.
So great.
It's so great.
Comedy gold.
And like nothing happens. And they're like, oh, it was so great. And then here's what I forgot. The match. Where did he get the match? Was there a setup of foreshadowing?
Well, yeah, because he was smoking and he used matches and
Okay.
he had them in his pocket and he lit one and it went out and then he lit one to light something and then he only, I guess, had one left. Like when he opened the box, like early
There's
on,
one
you
left.
see
Yeah.
that there's like 3 in there or 2 or 3. So he smoked 2, whatever those were. So I think he only had one left then after.
You know, he had time to change and put on these like arm sleeves.
Yeah, I don't know where those came from. What the? That was so weird. That
Dude,
was
this is
so
what I'm
weird.
saying. Like, we need to have. Can we have like a Fifth Element con? I just want people
Please.
to like wear everything that's in this movie.
If you were involved in this movie in any way, please email us the nostalgiatest@gmail.com. We will continue to talk about the Fifth Element for if you want to
I
come
freaking love it. The stones were beautiful. I want a Fifth Element like necklace,
dude. Well,
so here, go ahead.
Let's go.
So, but
no, at this point,
scene,
I did write at some point when she was watching that montage of trash. I was like, humans are trash.
yeah, and then look, it gave her seizures.
Yeah,
She was fine. Listen, I'm watching it again right now. I'm watching the back scene.
Oh
She's
God.
watching War like
Such an
this,
old school
standing
thinking.
up, like
Yeah.
And then also she's like being carried in by Willis and like shaking.
Yeah.
Will to live is gone.
Yeah, she's like, and Bruce was like, look, we have to do this. Like, we have to do this shit. Like, you know, let's do this.
So they get the things to work, and I love like he's like, it's your turn to work now. Turn it on. Like he's like, do your thing. Like turn on.
And the priest is like, I don't know what he's doing. No one they have all this information. No one ever told them this is how you do this.
Yeah. But I think she would have, I guess, would have just done it. But like, or was it always the fact that she needed to be loved?
No, see, like these are things that, like, in hindsight, while we're talking, it's like, man, how did they know this stuff? But when you're watching it, because of the cutting between them and like the planet coming towards us and the president and everyone like going, we're all about to fucking die. Like this is the end of humankind and everything. You don't care. The only thing you're hoping is like, get this fucking thing going. Like,
yeah,
you're just like, do this.
Dude, another comedy gold though is like when he's like lowering the match.
Oh God.
And they're just staring and they're almost breathing.
Yeah. I was like, because I've lit
like
matches
this.
before. Yeah. Yeah.
Like amazing. It's like, you gotta get up. You gotta get up. You gotta turn on.
If you had to light that last match, how close would you?
I would have been super close. This guy's looking at it. Like, bro, I would have been like, all right, it only needs a little bit. It only needs a little bit, right? That's it.
Yeah, just because the guy had sweat and he squeezed one drop of sweat. That would have been the confusion. To me, the water part would be like, all right, do I spit on it? Like, what do we do here? Like, I don't know what to do. Like, but yeah, like the match part, when I was watching him, I was watching Bruce Willis with this one match, and I'm just like, why is it so far away, bro? Right across it and
right there.
Drop
Just
it
do
down.
That. Just drop it. Now, here's the thing. After she does her, gets like turns into a beam.
Because he has to kiss her.
So he kisses her, right? Wouldn't he have died?
I thought they were all gonna die.
I thought he was gonna die.
Yeah.
I thought
he
she
was screaming.
Disappears. I thought she disappears.
Well, something happens because the last
but they
scene
end
of
up
the movie,
in the pod.
They end up in the pod.
I thought it was to rest up.
Yeah.
Or I'm like, or did they like bring them both back?
That's what I want to know.
Did they die again and they needed to like re-bring them back? Because there's no explanation of why they're in there.
No. Kind of like in the third Matrix.
Yes.
Terrible movie.
Part 3.
Yeah, that movie does not pass the nostalgia test. But anyway, that's a whole other podcast if we want to do it. But she looks like she has to sacrifice herself
Mm-hmm.
That's like what it is.
Yeah. I'm saying she died. Because Bruce Willis is holding on to her.
Yeah.
Is he all of a sudden powerful? Because how would he be able to hold on to that kind of power?
No. Yeah, no. He I don't know what he is. I mean, I think that's just part of it, and you just like have to deal. You just have to.
You just have to accept
that.
this part of it.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I think. Because then it would be like, what do you do? You know.
And now you have like a second moon.
Yeah.
So does that mean the moon was an evil thing at one point? And the moon.
So the more moons there are, the more times they had to defeat this thing.
Yes. Because now there's 2 moons.
There was 2 moons. That's right.
Are they trying to explain to us why there was a moon?
And Mila Jovovich.
That was the first 5,000. That was the first 5,000 years ago.
That makes a lot of sense. My brain is exploding. I don't know what's happening.
Smeal.
But if there's 2 moons now,
yeah,
it's Mila
change
Jovovich
the waves.
Was also in Two Moon Junction.
She was. Dude.
This film goes deep, bro.
Deep, bro.
Okay.
Deep.
Final scene in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
They're bringing him back to life. The army guy who's not dead. I don't know how he's not dead. They want to see Bruce Willis or like talk to them, or I don't know what they want to do. And they look through the little window of the hyperbaric chamber of some sort that's there.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Bruce Willis and Mila Jovovich.
Making out.
Naked, banging. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the end of the movie.
No. The end. Oh. Well, yeah, that's in the movie. Right before that, the mother calls again because they got to bring back the mother joke. And the mother's joke, this doesn't sound like the president. Yeah, this doesn't sound like the president. That you sound smart and the president's stupid. Like
that was amazing. I couldn't. Oh God, that was amazing.
It was great.
Oh man, just a few things here. You got to hear this thing. First of all, according to the Ultimate Edition DVD, Prince and Michael Jackson were sources of inspiration for the part of Ruby Rhod, who is Chris Tucker, and both were even considered for the role, with Prince being the first choice. Now, this is funny, dude. He reportedly declined as he found the costumes too outlandish.
Shut up. Who? Prince?
Prince.
Wow.
How ridiculous. How funny is that? Prince said that. Amazing. Yeah. Oh my God. Everyone loved making the movie.
Any other crazy facts?
The Folsom Paradise model weighed over 500 pounds. There were 400 words. The language, the divine language that the director helped refine, and Mila Jovovich refined, had, because she's fluent in 4 languages, it had only 400 words. He and Mila Jovovich held conversations and wrote letters to each other in the language as practice. They were able to have full conversations in that language.
That's crazy. She didn't have to talk that much in that language.
No, it sounded like gibberish in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that's what it was. But oh my God, wow, bro, I'm like, it was fun. This shit was super fun. I think there needs to be more fun movies, and I think that's the problem.
It was just fun. It was a fun action comedy sci-fi movie done well. Yeah. Practical effects. I think the major thing about it is practical effects. Yes. I think that sold it. I think if we started differently, again, it was campy. It was a little camp. I think it was a really good 90s movie. I think it's just a really good movie.
Oh my God, dude. Elizabeth Berkley auditioned for the role of Leeloo, but after the failure of Showgirls in 1995, studios were reluctant to hire her.
Thank God she wasn't in that.
That's a shame.
I'm sorry, she wouldn't have been good for them.
no, that she
This woman was a perfect role.
Yeah,
she did
Mila
great.
Jovovich was really good, and she was good in, she was. If you've seen like the Resident Evil series, like
Yeah.
she's good in that too. Jamie Foxx was also considered for Ruby Rod. Kevin Costner was considered for the role of General Monroe. I don't know who that really is. I guess it's the guy that keeps dying.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's see. Corbin Dallas, a former space commando turned taxi driver, and Bressan's a transporter. The main protagonist, Frank Martin, is a former soldier turned hired driver. So he loves driving.
Mm-hmm.
Mel Gibson was considered for the role of Corbin Dallas. That would not have been good.
No.
And Julia Roberts was also considered for Leeloo.
During Mel Gibson's time.
No, bro, but like Mel Gibson is crazy. Like if you look at Lethal Weapon, there's no softness. Bruce Willis is suave. He's kind of like cool. He's collected even when like things are going crazy. When you watch Lethal Weapon, like Mel Gibson is like out of his fucking mind.
True.
Holy shit, bro.
Dude, such a good movie. I mean, we're gonna put it to the test. Obviously it passes. Flying colors.
This
flying
movie,
orange colors.
Yeah. It 100% passes the nostalgia test, and I got a perfect drop for this from our buddy there, Jeremy, who was in episode 77, Mr. Doubtfire.
Sometimes it's just fun to be nostalgic.
Okay.
The nostalgia test.
Wait, that was the wrong one, but it's still funny. But like seriously,
give me one that you really wanted to do. Let's go.
It passes the nostalgia test. It is I think truthfully, I'm so happy we did this one because the 90s were starting to look a little rocky.
Yeah, man. I mean, although we did Days of Thunder and that was good, but this is such a different feel of a movie.
Oh, yeah, no, this was
1996, so that means 2000s were coming. This was just
97.
97.
That's
it was
right.
just, it's so weird because this movie doesn't really, I'm looking at any other movie that tried to be like this. Like, I don't remember Hackers being this much fun.
No. Well, here's the thing. I don't know. Because it's been a long time since I've seen Hackers. Here it is.
I passed the nostalgia test.
There we go. Yeah, definitely passes the nostalgia test. I think everyone, if you've never seen Fifth Element, fucking watch The Fifth Element. It's amazing. It's on Hulu right now. Get to it. Well, maybe not when I release this episode, but watch The Fifth Element because Bruce Willis is amazing and he's just fucking great. He makes this movie so good, and everyone else. It was a great ensemble.
It was a great ensemble. It was just, it was perfectly. I said in the beginning of this, it's balanced perfectly.
Yeah. Now, Manny, there's been a couple people who have sent a couple ideas for lightning round, like, mailbag lightning round ideas I put on Instagram. So we're going to, we got a couple. Let's just do a couple real quick.
Cool.
So from the movie boners who we called out on an episode, but we love you guys. Movie
boners actually said that I better pass this.
Yeah, they threatened us.
But I actually was going to say to them, they love everything. So do they never do they ever fail anything?
I don't know if they do what we do in that sense, but because we are, we're the final boss here when it comes to nostalgia and whether things are still good. I mean, really, people, you got to understand that, like, without us, I mean, everything.
I mean, I think people don't understand our rubric sometimes.
Yeah, they don't get it.
I think, like, if they liked it, even as a kid, that it passes.
Yeah.
That sometimes people think it's like, oh, it's nostalgic, so it passes the nostalgia test. It's like, no. Again, it could still be nostalgic, but doesn't necessarily pass the test.
That's right. And our friend over there from the Long Take Review, Jen, host of Long Take Review and the Substack, the Long Take Review. Everyone check that out. She said, I used the catchphrase Leeloo Multipass for years after I saw this movie. I'm going to use it forever too.
Fantastic.
Great. Yeah. So the movie boners wanted us.
Multipass.
Leeloo Multipass.
Well, she says the full name. Leeloo.
Yeah, she says.
Dallas Multipass.
Leeloo Dallas Multipass.
Multipass. Leeloo Dallas Multipass.
But the movie boners wanted us to see are the Dino Riders still awesome? Now, do you remember the Dino Riders?
The Dino Riders were a cartoon.
It was a cartoon and a toy. I don't remember if it was first a toy toy or a show, but let me show you real quick and we could do a quick just test. There it is. That's the Dino Riders right there.
Oh my God. The Dino Riders.
Yeah.
Are they still awesome?
Here's what I'll say. I had some of these toys. I thought they were cool. I didn't think they were as good as G.I. Joe's. And the show wasn't that great in my opinion. I'm going to say it's just nostalgic.
The show was probably god awful. But the toys look freaking awesome.
Yeah. They're not as cool as the expander thing that I had.
Okay. Yo, this is crazy. I forgot about this. Remember the dinosaur in Toy Story? And at one point they dressed him up.
Yeah.
So basically they were taking homage to the Dino Riders.
Yeah. And the Dino Riders, what was funny about the Dino Riders, the evil Dino Riders, the dinosaurs weren't evil, but the evil riders would brainwash the dinosaurs. So they would put this thing on their heads and take control over them.
Oh, so it's kind of like, see, this guy's like Skeletor sounding.
Yeah.
Okay, so then they had lasers, so it was like right before Transformers, like because they have like technology on them.
Dino Riders was I think after that.
I'm saying like I guess they don't have Transformers in this world. Okay.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, no, I'm gonna say it's just nostalgic.
I'm gonna say it's nostalgic too.
Yeah.
Because I never really thought about it until now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now Quad Pro Quo Pod sent us, and they always like all our stories. They're really cool. Sent us this question. Which episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark is the scariest? Now, I didn't have cable, but I am going to say this. That if there was an episode with a ventriloquist doll, which I'm sure there was, then that is the scariest episode. It's okay. Anything with a ventriloquist doll is scary.
Man, I kind of have to go back to watch it. It's been so long. Like, what episode was it that I was probably scared of?
Yes.
But I don't mind ventriloquists. I'm a little bit of a clown phobia.
Yes.
So a clown would have been probably really scary for me.
Okay.
So
clown.
Clown.
So whatever
anything
has a clown.
Clown.
All right, good. So anything with a clown or anything with a ventriloquist doll. Thank you, Quad Pro Quote Pod. Got to have you on an episode soon. Pop Culture Reflection says, what's your favorite 80s comedy film character? Man, like these questions are like, it's
tough.
Like there's 1,000 of them.
Yeah. 80s comedy film character. Oh.
I mean, I'm going with the Blues Brothers. I love them. But then Naked Gun, and then you got Airplane.
Then you got Airborne, you got Caddyshack, you got Ghostbusters, so you got Bill Murray's characters, you got every character in that thing. Major League.
Oh,
Willie Mays Hayes. Come on. Teen Wolf. Naked Gun.
Weird Science.
So what's like the funniest character?
Favorite 80s comedy film character? Short Circuit.
Ooh, Johnny Five is Alive.
Yeah. Bill and Ted is also the 80s. That's right.
You're killing us here. Killing us.
I'm just gonna go with, because I don't
Oof.
want to like take too much longer on this. I'm gonna go Spaceballs, the whole cast. No, Rick Moranis from Spaceballs is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. When he flies into the thing when they're going like ludicrous speed, and then
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
oh man.
I'm gonna have to agree with you.
Yeah.
Rick or Matt, Rick, anything Rick in
Anything
the 80s,
Rick.
like any of his characters.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's do it.
Okay,
Yeah.
and last is my weekly mixtape, Brian Colburn over there, which can't wait to be
Little
on the
Giants.
podcast.
We should put Little Giants to the
Dude,
test.
we got to put Little Giants to the test.
Oof.
The bands he wants us to, which band is better, the band from Chuck E. Cheese or the band from Showbiz Pizza? Dude, the Showbiz Pizza, I'm looking this up, is scary as fuck. And
the
like,
Showbiz Pizza from
Showbiz Pizza is often shortened to Showbiz as an American family entertainment center and family restaurant pizza chain founded in 1980 and creative engine. Okay. It emerged after a separation between Brock and owners of the Chuck E. Cheese franchise. So
Whoa.
after they broke up,
This
they
is like a
made
beef.
this terrifying thing here, bro.
Whoa.
I'm going with Chuck E. Cheese. Now, I'd never been to a Chuck E. Cheese before. My parents, I guess, never wanted to take me to one. I begged them to take me to Chuck E. Cheese. They never fucking took me to Chuck E. Cheese.
I'm thinking the Chuck E. Cheese, but I used to go a couple of times. And I'm thinking the Chuck E. Cheese is better.
Yeah.
Showbiz Pizza freaks me out. I don't know if what that's creepy. That's like Freddy's the movie Freddy.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's scary as hell. But anything from that time is scary looking now. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for your questions. If you have questions for the Nostalgia Test podcast, DM us, email us, do whatever you gotta do. We'll do it on the next episode, next recording. But everybody, this was a classic one, Manny. Fifth Element.
I'm gonna need a break a little bit between watching this. I'll admit it took me, it's been a while since I watched it, but I've seen this movie several times since it's
great.
Been on.
It's great
in the world.
It was,
and it's so good.
Yeah.
There's not, this is a movie. I know we're gonna go. This is a movie that if I still had cable and it came on, I'm not. I guess there's a podcast about this called The Rewatchables.
Yes.
I heard they're
shout
really
out
good.
Rewatchables.
I heard they're really good. Also, shout out to how did this get made?
Oh.
I met June. She was in Farmingdale. They were having dinner with their father-in-law, and I didn't want to interrupt them, but I was having almost like a starstruck thing, dude. I wanted to go there and take selfies, and I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be that person. But June came to get some water, and I just wanted to let her know that we are huge fans and that they're an inspiration to us, and I love what they do.
Yes.
So whatchamacallit.
And congrats with Paul's book coming out, Paul Scheer.
Yeah, he was actually talking about all his scheduling. I was easdropping a little bit, and he was talking to his dad about where he has to go do signing and stuff like that. So that's
he's doing some signings in airports, which is crazy.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I'm going here." I'm like, "What is he doing? Did he just say he's doing?" Like
he's a genius, bro. They're from Long Island. They're native Long Islanders. Let's get a Long Island podcast episode together. Come on, guys.
Yeah, we should do like a movie that was made in Long Island. How's this get made?
Oh, dude. Right. Yeah.
Anyways, the rewatchables. It's apparently they do like movies that you can always just watch whenever. This is that kind of movie.
Absolutely.
That like it's on. You're gonna just stay and watch it. Doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
Especially if you see the blue woman show up. Like
that was crazy.
It was a great scene.
Absolutely.
Best
and then
scene.
he had to tear through her stomach to get some rocks.
She knew she was dying.
God, this movie.
She knew, dude. She went there singing that she knew her fate was to be killed so that somebody could get the rocks out of her stomach.
To get the rock. People, everyone, thank you so much for listening to the Nostalgia Test podcast. If you love this episode, hit the like, leave a review, screenshot that review, tag us in a post with that screenshot review. We'll send you a PDF printable of a quote from the Fifth Element episode. People, follow the YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram. We're killing it out there. Book us at your party. We want to be at your Fifth Element party. We want to podcast from your Fifth Element party.
I'm trying to figure out who I would go as. I would go as the choking Zorg. He also had a limp, that guy. I'm sorry. I'll see you later.
All right, everyone. Have a good... I was about to say have a good night, everyone. All right, peace, everyone. Nostalgia podcast. Nostalgia.
Thanks for listening to today's episode. Please subscribe to the Nostalgia Test podcast to know when new episodes drop. Don't forget to leave us 5 stars and a positive review so more people can find the podcast. Share your thoughts and memories on today's topic on our Twitter at Nostalgia Test and on Instagram at The Nostalgia Test. Tune in next time because you never know what pop culture will pop up on The Nostalgia Test.